Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the last video of 2023.
It's been a year,
It has
girl.
been a year. I think that 2023 was honestly, at least for me, the year of realizing things like Kylie
Yes.
Jenner. What
Yes.
year was that she did that? It was like 2019. She's like, it's the
Remember.
year of realizing things.
It certainly was. It was a lot of lessons learned. We went through a lot.
We realized a lot of a
Yeah.
lot of shit for sure. But you know who else realized a lot of shit this year? And now I'm sure I'm gonna get some flack down in the comments. Jaclyn Hill.
Oh.
We're gonna talk about Jaclyn Hill. I didn't say I was never gonna make a video on Jaclyn Hill ever again. And since we have talked a lot about Jaclyn Hill, we talked about Cozy and how she ripped off the other creators and all of that. A lot of people were wondering if Jaclyn Cosmetics was gonna get the axe as well. And it turns out it's done. Jaclyn Hill has released a statement. I mean, it's not surprising, to be completely honest.
I haven't even seen the statement yet. He told me that the statement was posted when we were getting ready to sit down and film this video. So this is
yes. I saw this on Twitter. I did see this on Twitter because of Marva John, I believe, is who was the one that posted.
Remember, I'm like this whole thing with Morphe and all that when they closed down, that blew up, right? But I was calling that out literally like a year prior to it happening.
Can't imagine how you got the information. But so anyways, here's the statement that Jaclyn Hill put over on her Instagram story. 2023 has come to an end and it's truly been a transformational year for me. The joy you're seeing in me is real. However, the road to get here has come with a lot of tough realities and decisions I've had to make as well. With that being said, I have decided to close the doors on Jaclyn Cosmetics for the foreseeable future. There's been plenty of talk, but what I will say is the brand has been such an important chapter in my book and one I will always cherish, but I am ready to close. First, I want to thank each and every one of you for the support and love you have shown me in this brand. You let this girl dream and that's what I did. I still have those dreams, but to properly pursue them, I'm going to need time and patience to do so. I also want to thank Ulta for continuing to believe in me, supporting my brand and future endeavors. I don't take that lightly. To make it very clear, I am so excited for the future. I am in the best mental and physical health I have ever been in. I have an unbelievable support system through all of you and my family. I am finally feeling like myself again.
Oh my God, it's such a long statement.
It truly is.
She never said that much when she was the CEO.
I am incredibly grateful to be where I am in my life, and I can't wait to continue to grow in all aspects of it. Thank you so much, and I wish you and your loved ones a healthy, happy, and blessed 2024. XO, Jaclyn. Now, this reads to me that in the future, Jaclyn Cosmetics could come back. She just wants to take some time with it. Like, did anybody else get that impression? Do you think Jaclyn Cosmetics is going to come back in the future?
I think she did that so, because if you think about it, well, no, it's not to leave the door open. It's, for me, I think that that's Jaclyn just trying to reinforce that this was her brand, even though we know now that it wasn't and it was never her brand. She was never the CEO of it.
She was the face.
Even after years of her saying, this is all me, I had no investors.
Yep.
Girl, she had investors.
There were some products from Jaclyn Cosmetics that people really did.
Yeah, they did. But let me clarify. I don't think that there's anything wrong with people having investors. What I have an issue with is lying about it. Like, you don't have to lie about it.
Strange.
I feel like Jaclyn Hill really stepped in it in that regard because like everything else that came out about her that painted her as a liar before that, and then when this came out, people were just like done. And I was calling that out before too, because I never really believed that that brand was hers.
I don't think that anybody really believed that.
No.
You would have to be like a diehard like stan of Jaclyn to believe that she was like the sole person with that company.
I mean, I guess there's a bit of ego that Jaclyn has with that because I mean, she did put time into it. We don't know how much. So I mean, that has to be kind of like crushing to basically lose everything that you dreamed of. I mean, Jaclyn Hill was on the top of her game for a while, but I mean, if you do dirty shit, it ends up catching up to you. And I think that that's what this is.
Maybe 2024 will be like a really good year for her.
Maybe
I don't think that she's announced like how she's like lost the weight. I know that's going to be like a big video for her. Now Michaela's getting the Ozempic comments as well, and she's deciding that she's going to respond. I don't know. The Ozempic debate.
There's a lot. I believe that there's a lot of misinformation going on because I've seen people saying that it's bad when people take Ozempic because diabetic patients can't get it. But I've seen people say that, but I've also seen people say things on the contrary because we talked about that in my video and I got a bunch of comments of saying you shouldn't talk about it because people that are diabetics aren't able to get their medication, in which case I think that's terrible. But I've seen other things that contradict that. I don't even know what to believe anymore.
I've seen like some people that are saying that they're doctors over on TikTok saying that there actually isn't a shortage. So I don't know. I mean, who knows if those people are really doctors?
Who cares? Who cares? Like at the end of the day, like if she lost weight and that's what she wanted to do and she did it in a healthy way or whatever, and it helped her, who cares? I don't care how people lose weight. People shouldn't care how I lose weight.
Well, I mean, does anyone know if there's still a shortage on Ozempic? Like I could see there being a shortage like at the beginning, but I don't know.
I mean, you don't see people dragging Khloe Kardashian for taking fucking
every single day.
I haven't seen it.
They get dragged all the time for it. because they're at the point where they say that if people like take Ozempic for like a really long period of time and lose a lot of weight, like their body gets really tiny, but their head is like huge and they look like bobbleheads. Look at the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Yes.
Girl.
If y'all watch that show, yes. Look up the most recent paparazzi photos of Jennifer. Oh my God. And what is her name? Oh, I can't think. The one that's friends with Teresa.
I don't know. I mean, I don't watch The Housewives other than when you watch it. I don't like tune in for that.
This brisk tea is so good.
Well, since it's the new year, it's coming up, right? Let's do some predictions. What do you think is going to happen with Michaela in the new year?
I think that she's going to have lash drama. Did you remember how she did that video over on a TikTok and at the end of it, she was saying like, oh, I have a surprise coming for you guys. And she was showing the lab sample of the lashes. I think that down to the day is when Michaela is going to drop that, because in January of this year is when Lashgate actually happened. It was like the 27th.
Because I don't know.
It was early. It was January. I know that. I just don't know the exact date.
I don't know, but I've predicted a few things here. I predicted that before it ever happened, right? That Nate would try to sue Jeffree. I predicted that right before it happened. I predicted that Trisha would move to Malibu or whatever, but she ended up having a daughter named Malibu. I was right about that. I think that Michaela is going to get into a very big drama. And I think that she's going to anger the out of somebody and they're going to expose her.
Do you think that's why she went off on people over on her Instagram story the other day? Because you know that people say that when Michaela has like drama coming up and she knows about it, she's trying to put the attention elsewhere. We've seen it in the past.
I mean, that does happen. We've seen that happen recently with people. People don't know how to direct their anger toward the right things and look at themselves. But what do you think is going to happen with Jeffree? I think he's going to continue TikTok, and I think it's going to be a slow descent into like obscurity. TikTok is not working the way for him.
No, I think it's going to be the same old with Jeffree. I think he's going to stay on the TikTok live all day, every day, get in the top ranks over there, and then he's going to continue to have drama with the people that he meets on TikTok, inviting them to his ranch, and they're all going to turn on him. It's going to be the same. It's like wash, rinse, repeat.
Okay. So, I mean, same thing, I guess. James Charles.
Well, 2024, I don't know. I hope that James does not go near kids. That's what I'm hoping.
And this is just my opinion, and this is like somewhat funny. I'm being funny, but I think that he's going to have another launch, and I think he might have a product issue.
Oh.
I mean, like he's had a pretty successful launch. He did have some shit with the first thing where people were saying that they were contaminants and stuff, but it seemed to be very like limited, the amount of people that it happened to. But I think he's going to have another issue.
I don't know.
I mean, it's bound to happen. It happens to everybody. I think it's something that's going to happen to James soon because he's going to launch another product. I don't know what else you could come out with. You already did the Predator palette. Like, what else?
He'll end up doing like a foundation or something.
Oh, girl.
Yeah.
He'll try. He will try.
Oh, who do you think is going to be the first person on YouTube to get Gypsy Rose on their channel? Because the amount of YouTubers that are literally sucking her ass underneath her posts on Instagram, it's so funny. But it's like, it's cringe. They're like, you're my queen. Oh my God. Like
that.
What?
Oh, girl, I seen that too. And I was so like,
you're my queen.
I was taken aback.
It's
like,
weird.
It's okay. I like Gypsy Rose. I made a video about Gypsy Rose. I think what happened to her is terrible. I don't think that she should have been put in prison. However, I'm not out here idolizing her. I'm not saying that like she's my queen. That to me is weird. That's like right in the same vein with the people that were saying that Ted Bundy's hot. Yeah. Like,
I mean, she had to get some kind of punishment for doing what she did. It could have been like some house arrest.
Yeah.
It could have been something a little bit nicer.
But it's very weird to see the people that are like...
No, she's going to turn into a beauty guru for sure. She's going to be set. Like, she's going to make so much money off of this. But who is going to be the first beauty influencer? And I want to say this because I was asking...
James is going to try.
Well, no, that's what I was talking to Vanessa about earlier. I was like, are people going to give her a pass? Because she's been in prison for all this time. She's not going to know what's going on with James Charles and like what James Charles has been accused of. Like, so are people going to be upset with her if that happens? Because you know it's going to...
Girl, that's kind of like when you think about it. Remember when people were like getting on to Britney because she was like acting weird or some shit? I don't even remember. I'm like, this girl has literally been like in prison.
Britney Spears.
Yeah, the past... How many 13 years?
Well, she's spinning around her house with knives.
Yeah, no, I'm not making excuses for that. That's kind of weird behavior. But I definitely think, you know who might try? Bailey Sarian.
Oh, yeah, that would be really
A lot of people are asking Trisha to try to get Gypsy Rose. I don't think that.
Apparently, Trisha has a collab coming with The Weeknd.
I don't believe that.
You think she's just hyping it up?
Yes, girl.
Girl, you think Trisha's just hyping it up?
Let's be so for real right now, please.
Dipping her toe in the pond, stirring things. Because there's a lot of people that are not happy about it, and they've been tagging The Weeknd over on Twitter and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, you know how those people are.
Hold on, that's something I wanted to say. Oh, But speaking of Gypsy Rose, there's another person on TikTok and she kind of reminds me of her. You guys might follow her. Her name's Amanda Dove. I'm gonna have to show her to you. Like, she's a very interesting person. I would like to see her do an interview with Gypsy Rose. Now, I don't think that that's going to happen because Gypsy's obviously going to go where the numbers are. Amanda has almost like 1 million followers over there, but I love her content. Her and Gypsy Rose are a lot alike.
She's going to be an internet personality for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Stan culture has taken hold, girl.
You think she's going to leave that husband? I mean, that lady got what she deserved. I mean, let's be real right now, okay?
Said that. They said that they should flush her ashes.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of tells you what kind of person she is. But you know what I do want to know that a lot of people have started pointing out as well, and something else that I didn't think about, the family's like, well, we know it was Gypsy Rose, right? We figured it would come from Gypsy paying her back. Well, what was she paying her back for? Did y'all know she was doing this to her? Did y'all know all this was going on? Like, for real?
Yeah, and she's at the family's house. Or she was. Girl.
I don't know.
What if there's like some of them that knew and she's like, I'm out now, bitch.
Girl, I think Gypsy's I think she's gonna cash in because she should.
Yeah, she should.
She's been through a lot. There's people that are into the story. She should make her bag. And I think that she should just like get out of the public's eye. I don't think that people should like hassle her because I know there has to be people out there trying to hound her for interviews and stuff.
Nah.
She's gonna do them for a little bit, and I don't blame her for that, but it'll probably get old after a while.
Well, yeah. I heard there's like a documentary and like a book coming out, so good for her.
I'm gonna buy the ebook, girl. I saw her Instagram post about it today.
Yolanda.
Fuck Yolanda.
Okay. That's one that I always wonder about because the Selena stands, you don't.
They gonna get her ass.
You fuck with them. And when she comes out of prison, like, what is that going to be like for her?
It's not going to be anything
good. Is she going into witness protection?
She should.
I think she's going to do something in prison to have to stay longer. She's going to say,
You know what? Maybe she'll croak before then. Honestly, that might be the best because there's people that are literally, they hate her.
Maybe she thinks that people forgot. Maybe people in the prison are lying to her. And like, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine out there, girl. They love you.
Yeah.
Love you so much. So when she gets out there,
bitch, please.
I'm sure it's on site.
Yolanda's gonna be dirt.
People. They're gonna be bitty bumming her ass. Okay. So with all that said, everyone, that is it for this video. We hope that you did enjoy it. If you have made it this far, please leave us a firework emoji down below since it is New Year's Eve. And I guess we will see you guys in the new year.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.